I was thinking of living when I thought of you. When I imagined you, you were in a field in what some call the Hudson Valley, in the unceded homeland of the Munsee Lenape people, among some stones which are even now glazed with rain, where life and death and growth, decay and rebirth all occur. I was thinking of life and living, what it means to be alive, to foster life, and even to perform live, to be in each other's presence, which, as you know, for the time being, we cannot be. I was thinking of all of the species in this valley and its rivers, wetlands, and lakes, endemic or invasive, coexisting or crowding each other out, both the ones who are alive and the ghosts of the ones who have gone before, all this flora and fauna in abundance surrounding you. And the feeling was like that phrase from the Bible, a heavenly host, which I can't help but love. I was thinking of that idea you had of reading closely, being like a kind of forestry, which implies knowledge of history, care, and harmonious intimacy. And I was imagining you in this valley doing this thing I've never seen anyone else but you attempt to do, which is to perform for an audience the act of writing as it happens. How listening to you pause to reread, erase, rewrite, unself-consciously dramatizes not only the act of thinking, but also of living. It is as if, in that moment of erasure, anything that is as yet unwritten could be written, as if anything written could be erased. I was thinking of how at the Poetry Project 3 years ago you began such a performance with a poem ending in the lines, "Flesh electric for another moment, ready to breathe the magic of this ritual, all through the blistering chaos that surrounds, so that we may remain soft enough to withstand its towering violence." And I was remembering last summer how we stood side by side looking at a wall of 4x4 floor-to-ceiling Basquiat's, discussing the way he'd painted the words "struck through," nixing or misspelling, he said, to make us look closer, to interpret, to remember the effort of looking through, like that Renee Gladman quote you gave to me. Beneath the noise was the sentence. I was thinking of how today you have been alive for 14,802 days, and how often I've heard you declare your intention to live for a century at least. A declaration made in the darkness that ensued after the death by police of Sandra Bland, so no one could say you'd ended your own life. I was thinking of breathing and thinking, and the powerful softness of your declaration in the face of this towering violence, this blistering chaos, and how Ernst Bloch wrote of the anticipatory illumination that radiates from certain works of art, as if certain acts and objects might convey about them a halo of futurity, potentiality, of a better world to come. And I was thinking of how years ago Dan made a painting in which everything had its own halo, the mountains, a mandorla, the chairs and typewriter, a corona, the telephone, an aureate ring. And I was thinking of how, for the next 350,223 days, I will see you and imagine a halo pulsing around your heart as it beats, and in your lungs as they breathe, a halo in your mind as it thinks, and around your eyes as they read, on your hand holding the pen, on your serif and your arabesque, on the ligature, the weight you give each letter, on the weight you give each word, a halo from your mouth when you speak.